Hello everyone and welcome back to round 3 of Standard FNM this week for the new Hour of Devastation Standard release. In round 3 we have Claudio on Blue-White Approach Control, pretty cool deck, and Doug Nelson on Mono-Red Eldrazi. I like Mono-Red Eldrazi, it's a cool deck. Finally gets to use all those powerful Eldrazi that have been in Standard for over a year.
Yeah, you play Handwear Garrison in there, right?
And that, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that list. So I wanted to address something I saw in chat about there being a strong mill deck in Standard right now with Fraying Insanity. Fraying Insanity and Start of the Wake are both pretty sweet cards.
Yeah, you mill your opponent 26.
Yeah, but I do want to mention there has always been a sweet mill deck in Standard, especially during Return to Ravnica. We had the Esper Control deck that killed its opponents with Nephalia's Drownyard. Does anyone remember this? It was a mill.
2 cards a turn.
Yep, 2 cards a turn. It was basically it was basically modern Esper Control. You had Supreme Verdict, Detention Sphere, Sphinx's Revelation, Jace Architect of Thought, and then you just played Nephalia's Drown because you had no way to win. You had literally nothing with which to win the game. So you play Nephalia's Drownyard and you just get there.
All right. The deck names shouldn't be cut off. Maybe your window is not sized properly, I guess. On our end, they look like they're fully there. So this matchup is probably very hard for the mono red deck. A lot of their creatures have haste, or they can give their creatures haste with the Handwear Battlements land. But against a hardcore control deck like blue-white, he might not be able to get much going.
Yeah, so blue-white has very good answers here. They've got Fumigate, Cast Out, Blessed Alliance, Immolating Glare. Disallow is great.
Yeah. Essence Scatter.
Essence Scatter is going to be great. Do you think we'll see Essence Scatter main board?
I would. If I played a control deck, I would probably have 2 main board.
I was playing blue-white control in Standard actually for the past few months, and I was playing 2 Essence Scatter on the side, but I was playing Negate in the main just because there were so many planeswalkers running around in spells decks.
I think creature decks are a bit more relevant.
Yeah,
now,
you might be right about that.
Now with the downfall of Marvel.
Yeah, no more Marvel means Negate main board is maybe not the most prudent choice.
Jeez, Claudio's hand is not looking good here though, but he had to keep 6.
Does he have a Censor to cycle?
He's got 1 island. He's got some things to cycle, but I think he also has double Disallow.
Oh, so he's got a Hieroglyphic to cycle.
Yeah, he's got that to cycle.
So if he hits lands, things could go okay, but he might just be screwed.
Yeah, you might.
Was this a mold of 6?
It was a mold of 6.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got quite a few cards. No.
He's got Gearhulk, Disallow.
Oh, I didn't found another Gearhulk. Oh my. Well.
Sensor, here we go.
Oh
cast
boy,
out.
Yeah.
Oh, he can't even cycle that cast out.
That might be the game right there.
Oh boy.
That might be the game
right there. Yeah,
right
this is a tough one to come back from.
I got double Ether Hub. Interesting.
I wonder if you mold a 5 there. I mean, he just had 1 cycler in his hand, right?
Oh, all right, we're cycling.
Okay, he can cycle the cast out.
Every day we're cycling. Now we can cycle his cast out.
Oh, he's got 2 cast outs.
He's got 2 cast outs,
okay,
yeah.
Okay, I believe.
We're making a red. Here's Handwear Garrison.
This is how Lance Armstrong felt when he was in the Tour de France. You know, he's just keep cycling.
I think he drew a 3rd land. He has a Prairie Stream. Oh. Okay, so I've actually seen this. So this is interesting. This blue-white control list is playing green lands, I think, solely for the Lumbering Falls.
Lumbering Falls is so good.
But is it worth diluting your mana base?
Unbeatable. This format does not have Ghost Quarter. Okay, this format does not have Ghost. You can't kill that Lumbering Fall. It will never die.
Yeah, I mean,
tremendous card.
It'll get sacrificed maybe, but
tremendous
other
card.
Than that, yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if it's worth diluting the mana base to just have Lumbering Falls. Gearhulks, it's because people feel that Gearhulks aren't a good enough win condition sometimes. But
diluting the mana base, I mean, it's a blue tap land, right? It's like a Fairy Conclave, except for it has Hexproof.
Well, no, but you have to play other green lands to be able to activate it. So you have to play Botanical Sanctums as well.
Are you sure he's playing other green lands?
You need them, or otherwise you'd never be able to animate.
No, you would just I mean, if he has 4 of them, he can always use themselves to activate themselves. I would think the deck doesn't need any green mana except for the 4.
Had Botanical Sanctums as well. Okay. We are cycling away. Well, we found something.
Irrigated farmland.
But we might just be dead next turn. Not quite, but we're
I don't think he's quite dead.
Could be Reality Smasher. Could be Glorybringer.
Could be a boat. We always wanted a boat.
We'll see it one day. We're gonna see. Oh no! Oh, he doesn't have enough mana. Doug does have the meld pair, the Handwear Battlements in hand. It looks like he's actually thinking about holding it. No, he's just gonna deploy it. Oh, make 2 red.
Can I just say that I really dislike when players put their permanents that are non-creatures over by their lands. This Chandra being by these lands is
it's
like
a little weird. It's a little bit off.
It's like
off the battlefield.
It's deceptive. It's like bro, it's on the battlefield.
So here comes. This is the first time I've ever seen this happen. Handwear the Writhing Township. 7/3 trample haste. Make 2 Eldrazi horrors that are attacking. We're taking 15 here. Woo.
Oh baby.
That's it.
Now Claudio,
what's the scoop?
Claudio could have gone land fumigate, right? But then he dies to Chandra. So I guess you got to scoop there.
Yeah, you're dead there.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Now if he went land, Manamorphose,
Hour of
Devastation, the Chandra would still be at 1 loyalty, and he would still die.
Even Hour of Devastation is not helping you there. So here's Handwire the Writhing Township. Yeah. So it's a 7/4. Ooh.
A 7/4. You don't see a lot of 7/4s.
No, you do not.
I can think of a 7/5. A Gaia's Revenge, I think is it's an 8/5.
It's an 8/5. I don't know if I can think of another 7/4.
Yeah.
Jor Kadim the Prevailer when he's activated.
I think Rick Smits, the old guard for the Pacers. I think he was 7/4.
He was number 74.
No, he was 7. He was 7 feet 4 inches.
Okay.
Yeah, his daughter went to my high school actually.
Wow.
If anyone knows Rick Smits, yeah.
So the Claudio, I mean, obviously him having to cycle a million cards there to even find his land drops. He missed a few. That was not what he wants to be doing, but. Very powerful start from Doug. Gets to flip the township a turn earlier due to Chandra.
Yeah,
I like
that's a good showing. I actually watched one of these mono red Eldrazi players playing the other day, and you're right, Mario. Their control matchup seemed hard, but the cards are good. They're fast. No, they must have Thought-Knot Seer, right?
Oh yeah, they play Thought-Knot Seer, Matter Reshaper, and Reality Smasher.
Thought-Knot Seer is pretty good here, but it's less good on the draw.
Yeah.
On the play, you can potentially Thought-Knot your opponent. No, wait. Do you have any way to?
Yeah, on the play you can take like a board wipe.
No, but on the play, can you beat Disallow? You can't ramp into Eldrazi in this format.
there's no Eldrazi Temple, thankfully.
There's nothing. But yeah, turn 4 Thought-Knot's still pretty good.
Yeah. Doug might have our fan favorite Gold Knight Castigator out of his sideboard. It's a haste creature, very good against control.
Yeah.
His deck's a little weird on mana. It is a 2-color deck essentially. It's colorless and red.
Yeah, I feel like are there even I guess so the red deserts must be a big help.
Oh
right?
yeah.
So
yeah,
the red deserts.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, the deserts that you pay 1 life for are a huge help to this kind of strategy, this Eldrazi strategy in Standard, because you can pay 1 life to add a colored mana, but they just naturally come in untapped, tap for color. Essentially, these things, these new uncommon pay life deserts. I mean, they're basically like not Horizon Cannon. They're like
the Painlands?
They're like Botanical Sanctum without the drawback, right? The only drawback is the life loss.
If your other color is colorless.
Right, if your other color is colorless. Yeah. So like in this deck it's just an incredibly powerful 2-colored land. Way more powerful than a Botanical Sanctum.
Right. Plus it has a slightly relevant ability. You can pay 4 mana and sack it to do 2 damage.
Right. Actually,
for the red case.
I'll tell you, Mario, I think you and I went to pre-release together.
Yeah.
I actually played the red desert I played red green aggro. And I had the red desert, and then I also had the green Crucible of Worlds guy.
Remanop Excavator.
Yeah, Remanop Excavator. And then I also had the 4-drop Snake Hydra guy that gets he could become a 5/5 Vigilance Trample Reach.
Yeah,
and I just kept cycling these deserts over and over to kill my opponents. It was amazing.
It's funny,
it was great. Good time. Yeah, these deserts are really well designed. I like these cards a lot.
All right, looks like Claudio has a much better hand here. He's got at least 3 lands. We're revealing our land on turn 1, even though we likely don't have a play. I don't know if I like that line. revealing. Oh, he does have a play. All right, I like it a lot. Cycling Cast Out.
Of course, he's cycling Cast Out.
Found another Poor Town. Revealing our planes. All right, and now we're off to the races. He's got a negate in hand, relevant for Doug's Planeswalkers here, but not the majority of his deck. Very creature heavy.
So much better start for Claudio here.
Yeah.
This I feel nothing's really happened yet, and I already feel like he's getting control. He's survived the first little. Ooh, is that a Scrap Heap Scrounger?
That is a Scrap Heap Scrounger.
Okay, well that's actually bad. That's actually bad.
Real bad.
That's bad news bears. Okay, never mind. Things just changed back.
We're revealing our lands.
Yeah, so I'm sure most of you know that Scrap Heap Scrounger is pretty good in this matchup. It's difficult for Claudio to remove, though he can cast it out.
Right.
But of course, Claudio just cycled his cast out. So
interesting. Doug's playing the black red cycle land, probably just for this specific splash and to cycle away a red source if he needs it. Pretty useful. Ooh, we're going to see Matter Reshaper get censored. That's pretty nice. Not going to get the value out of that.
Yeah,
die.
Matter Reshaper is also another difficult card for Claudio to deal with. Obviously, Cast Out takes care of all these things, but any non-exile removal, very rough against Matter Reshaper and Scrap Heap Scrounger.
So Claudio had an interesting decision there. His land for turn was either Plains or Prairie Stream. If he goes Plains now, he has the potential to draw an untapped land. Or another basic, I mean, to get Prairie Stream untapped. But if he doesn't, he won't have untapped land on turn 5 for Fumigate, which he might need here. Man, it looks like Fumigate might get taken anyway.
Yeah, that is pretty awkward. Oh, yeah, Thought Nuts here. Is it even worth it to Fumigate the 2-creature board where one of them is a Scrap Heap Scrounger?
Maybe not. I guess it depends on what Doug did this turn. I wonder if he takes the second Fumigate here.
I wonder if he takes the Gear Hulk.
Oh, you mean from So he left the second Fumigate on top, and then is that a what is that card in the end? Oh, that's another Hieroglyphic Illumination. Okay.
Yeah. So Claudio glimmers because he clearly didn't want his opponent to take the glimmer.
Right.
But I think we're just gonna see Doug take the Gear. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, because now
I could see taking the Fumigate
now
too.
that Claudio has double Fumigate, yeah, we're just taking the Gear Hawk.
Okay.
That makes sense. So Claudio was pretty lucky there drawing into the second Fumigate. We may have not seen Doug take it anyway since he knows to play around it, but
yeah, but I'm still not even sure you Fumigate here. Well, yeah, because you can't, but
yeah. So awkwardly, he did have to play his 5th land tapped, which means he's going to take at least 7 here.
Yeah, usually you can play that Prairie Stream, untapped on turn 5, but not here.
With a triple Port Town draw. Yeah, he knows that there's no answer. Oh, wait, he does know. Okay, he just ran Chandra into the negate, I guess. We're gonna see him cycle Hieroglyphic Illumination.
I don't love cycling the Hieroglyphic there.
Yeah.
That seems a little greedy. I think you want to hold on to that and be able to get 2 cards off it, but maybe not.
We're gonna Fumigate, draw a card off Thought Knot.
Yeah, drawing off Thought Knot's
Forget
definitely
to draw
nice.
a card off Thought Knot.
Oh, baby, you got to hit those triggers. Now, I will say that Doug has to remind his opponent. So I'm not sure if we need to call a judge, but Doug is obligated to remind his opponent because it's his own trigger.
Yeah.
It's the same as it's the same as losing life to Dark Confidant. It is what's the word?
Well, we're a bit too far ahead here. It's a must. It must happen.
Well, it's not just a must. It's a negative trigger. It's a what's it called?
It helps your opponent. Or
yeah,
something?
yeah. What's the word for that?
A self-depreciating or something like that. Thing in the ice.
Thing in the ice is good.
Yeah, not bad. So this is interesting. Doug has a Glory Bringer in hand. He could try to Glory Bring this Thing in the ice. And I wonder if Claudio would use his Cast Out on that. Oof. Yikes. Doug's hand is looking really powerful from here on out. He's got Glory Bringer, double Reality Smasher.
Oh, baby.
Here's Glory Bringer.
Oh, it's called a detrimental trigger.
Okay.
Yeah, detrimental trigger. And I think that Doug actually missed that. Missed telling his opponent about that Thought Knot Seer. So I don't know if we need to call our resident judge Scott about that, but
I think
at this point it's too far gone, and Doug would likely just get a warning anyway.
I can't imagine letting the Glory Bringer exert there. Is a great play.
When you know about the second Fumigate?
No, when it kills your Thing in the ice and you're taking lethal, almost. You go to 1.
Well, but he Fumigates here.
Yeah, sure, but I don't know. That seems.
But then he loses to Reality Smasher anyway.
Yeah.
So
You lose to any other haste threat.
Because he's only going to gain 3.
Cyclist
He gains 4. He's going to gain 4 life. So if he can Fumigate and have an answer for Reality Smasher, but that's kind of hard to do here.
I think he's just got 2 lands in hand.
If he had an Immolating Glare or something, he could do it, or a Blessed Alliance.
Yeah.
Blessed Alliance would be sweet because then he wouldn't have to discard a card.
Sure.
But no, I think he's just given that Doug is good at slamming Reality Smashers.
I don't know if Claudio would be able to beat this hand in a million years.
Yeah, so maybe a judge could remind Doug about making sure he hits his detrimental triggers. Because I don't think he reminded Claudio to draw there.
Yeah, I don't think he did. That's unfortunate. I don't think it would have changed the outcome of the game, which is nice. But you always want to not accidentally cheat. It looks bad on to do something like that. But nonetheless, Doug takes those games 2-0. Jeez, this mono red deck just rolled over the control deck. Claudio could barely keep up, even with double Fumigate there. So this did a lot. This matchup was a lot more one-sided than I expected. Of course, you know, it's only a sample size of 1, so who knows? But yeah, mono Eldrazi looking pretty good. I think this deck really has a pretty powerful place. The Eldrazi have always been very good, but
yeah, Reality Smasher and Thought Knot Seer are good against the control decks. But obviously, if you miss if you miss the detrimental triggers, that can be a big swing in your favor. That's certainly unfair and against the rules. But either way, Eldrazi are good against control. Creature strategies like this aren't necessarily good against control, but certainly, Thought Knot Seer, Reality Smasher, they are difficult to deal with.
Take your removal spell, attack for 9.
Yeah, most of the time you're safe after a Fumigate when you gain 4 life, but not to the Reality Smasher.
Not these haste threats. All right, well, that was another very quick round for round 3 here. We'll probably be back in 30 or so minutes for round 4. Stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching.